Tonight marks 45 years since Dr. Martin Luther King was assassinated in Memphis.
And on the anniversary of his death, there's a new call for action right here in the nation's capital. Our D.C. Bureau Chief Sam Ford joins us from the MLK Memorial to explain. Sam?
Some today used his message of peace as a reason to denounce guns and gun violence. But here at the memorial in Southwest, it seemed to be mainly a day of reflection on the man. At the Martin Luther King Memorial today, the fact that it was the 45th anniversary of his assassination was on the minds of many, and some older visitors still remembered what they were doing when they heard the news.
I was on my job working, and I got the news on the radio.
I was eating in a restaurant that night, and the waiter came over and told us that Martin Luther King had died.
I was walking across campus when somebody told me, yes, at Morgan State.
For most here, 45 years was before they were born. His statue, though, is an important symbol.
Just seeing it and looking at it, it's like, wow, we've come a long way. And it's because of him that we've come this far. I love it.
Since he was a victim of gun violence, a group from New York came to the Capitol calling for Congress to toughen gun laws. One man held the picture of a friend from Harlem that he said was killed for winning a basketball game.
Dr. King, what he represents is peace.
They prayed for violence victims in Connecticut and Colorado. At the memorial, visitors from the D.C. area also remembered the violence his murder sparked here.
We heard that Martin Luther King has gotten assassinated, and everything was just a chaos in D.C.
D.C. and more than 100 U.S. cities went up in flames at night. 8 people in the city died, mainly in house fires. And many of those D.C. neighborhoods that were destroyed during the riots are just now making a full comeback some 45 years later. Also, you recall the controversy about the quote on the monument itself. The quote was, "I was a drum major for justice, peace, and righteousness," that has to come down. Well, park officials told us that they're going to begin removing that quote next week. Reporting live from the Martin Luther King Memorial, Sam Ford, ABC 7 News.